But is there also a natural advantage, Kareena, because you've grown up on a movie set?
Yeah.
And then the first time you face the camera, which will be a refugee, you know way more than someone who is, watching it from a distance and it'll be the first time.
Absolutely.
That's a natural advantage,
from.
right? Yeah.
That 110%, I will always say that advantage is definitely there. I mean, especially someone like me, who has been on sets of Karishma and seen, is definitely very, very lucky in that sense than someone coming, from out of town and trying to. But maybe that's like 1% of the advantage. I might have been there to see what's happening on the set, but I've not faced the camera. No, the camera is not switched on.
Yeah.
I've not
and people haven't
shown
seen
my talent. I haven't done what I exactly. So that you can't take away from someone. And that everybody, I mean, it's anyone who can have it. It's an X factor that is, there's so many people who've not come. Look at Shah Rukh. I mean, everyone, it's an X factor, yeah. You either have it.
I mean, you have your next generation already lined up. There's Taimur, who is probably India's biggest celebrity before he's faced more cameras than most people in the world have.
Unwanted cameras.
Well, whatever, but it's incredible. I'm so keen to know how he grows up, because this is a case study of a baby who became a star from day one.
Why?
I couldn't have asked for it, obviously.
But why? What reason? There's no reason. And I think that, I mean, he knows, he's growing up knowing that, I mean, your parents are stars. But he's like, he wants to lead a normal life. And that's what we're giving him. I mean, if you want to photograph him, but
what does he think of the whole thing? I mean, there was a column coming out in a newspaper under his name. He had a column when he was, 2 or 1?
That he doesn't know.
Yeah, that he doesn't know yet. Have you kept it, though? It'd be lovely to show him later.
I mean, he's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
If he ever Googles himself. But I want him to just... He's honestly very unaffected.
Is he?
Yeah. He has a nonchalant...
He just thinks that that's what it is. I mean, it's not a big deal.
He knows that my parents are famous, so they're clicking me. But he's like, why are they clicking me? So he's just wanting to do his thing. That's why I'm like, okay, lena hai to lo. But let him be, na? Le liya aapne, to that's it. Now let him be, let him grow up how he wants. And he's understood. He's a smart boy. So he kind of...
He can remain unaffected by all this.
Yes, I think he is. He has that knack.
Which is very different from when you were growing up. You also had famous parents.
But we never had the
nothing
paparazzi.
Of the sort, right? Zero paparazzi.
No, we didn't even. It was like a treat to go to a movie
So when you went to a school, say Jamnabai, or when you went to Willems, they all knew who you were in terms of your parents.
In terms of my parents, my sister.
Yeah.
But there was no social media.
So it's just among friends. I mean, that's what it is. Then,
Yeah. There was no Instagram.
But if you try hard enough, is it possible to escape this? For instance, nobody knows what Rani Mukherjee's kid looks like. Are they trying really hard? You have to do too much. Is that what it is? What do you think she does that we don't know what the kid is?
No, I think each parent can choose the way what they want for their child. And I think that for me, it was just like, if he's coming out with me, you're going to click him. So... just...
Is that something that's bothered you too,
I didn't want to cover his face.
But personally
and
for
get
you,
into this.
you've always been a movie star, right? I mean, for 23 years now. And the culture has just grown to a point where it's impossible to escape people clicking selfies all the time.
No, I just thought that if I
bother you
I would cover his face. I just thought it would scar him.
Yeah.
He'd be like, why are you doing that? So I just didn't want him to grow up being... I mean, that could have an adverse effect as well, which I didn't want.
Right.
And that's the reason I'm like, okay, fine, it's okay if that's what you want to click him. If you're a public figure, in today's day and age, when you go out, like you said, everyone is kind of mauling you or wanting a piece of you, which was not there earlier.
So it gets to you?
I think it's tough to balance everything out. Not being affected, not kind of... being tired or not everything is being scrutinized. Everything is being watched. And I don't think any actor, for that matter, ever wants to come across as, bad or in any which way. But you are under the spotlight, out of 24 hours, you are under the spotlight 36 hours. So it's got to be tough.
Before I go, there's no way in hell I'm not going to ask you this one thing that everyone want to know. So far as films are concerned, I want to come back to your movies. You know, it's been a long career, Kareena, and you know what? It's been long enough for you to actually put together what would be a retrospective, right? I mean, from
23.
20 plus years is not too many. That many people
At least
who survived.
another 23, no?
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.